Guys, what up? Welcome back. It has been a very long time since the webcam has been on. The time stamps are below. The title of this should possibly be the best farm in TBC, and I'm not even kidding. We are out here in Nagrand. We are running. Actually, I got to do this. So we're going to go to our bags real quick, and we're going to go to our character. We got to put on the goggles and the riding crop. So riding crop goes on, goggles go on, and we're going to get into this. So my mini map is probably not the same as yours. My regular map is probably not the same as yours. I'm going to explain why as we do this route. For TBC, engineering is probably the most profitable. Mining is the most random. Mining has the highest ceiling for sure for gathering and getting gold in TBC. Engineering is most consistent. So we're doing gas clouds. So part of this guy is your ability to use this thing, your zap throttle moat extractor, to gather these gas clouds out here. So as soon as we get one, I'll be able to show you guys what I'm talking about. But while we're sitting here and we're doing our route, this yellow or this blue line right here is my route for gas clouds. My map is completely chaotic. My resto druid, even though they introduced dual specs into TBC, so I'm able to gather and not have to be in my healing spec. So I have my boomkin spec, but I've got my resto gear on. I do have boomkin gear, but my resto gear is absolutely insane that it's actually better than my boomkin stuff right now, just because I don't have boomy 4-piece or Gruel's mag gear, all that kind of stuff. But getting back to this, so I roll around with my boomy. Well, here's for our first gas cloud. So this is what I'm talking about. Highly, highly contested out here doing this. But you guys can see with our goggles, we could see that gas cloud on our mini map, and then we use our zap throttle moat extractor to extract it, and we continue. That's all it is. This is the most passive, most broken farm for engineers in Nagrand, and there's 4 zones that you can do that have gas clouds, but Nagrand is the only one that has the Primal Airs. So I tested this farm a long time ago, 3-4 years ago. The tail end of the second Burning Crusade. So they re-released Burning Crusade 4 or 5 years ago. When it switched over from TBC to Wrath, so they re-released Wrath. No one's out here doing this, but I still came out here on my level 70, maybe level 80 druid, doing the same thing with engineering. And I averaged, if I'm by myself out here, I can average about 17 Primal Airs an hour, was my best. But even this is so contested out here, there's so many people out here flying around doing this, that it's extremely contested. At any given time, there should be about 7 gas clouds up. 7 of these. But this is not a complete route. My route, as soon as I started, I actually came out here and I was doing mining out here. There's more gas clouds that I don't. So I know there's a gas cloud up here that I don't check. There's gas clouds in here I don't check. So this is not the complete route of this zone. But it's it's good enough, right? Like so you guys can see over here on one of these. You guys can see on my mini map right here. On one of these, there's a gas cloud somewhere out here. It's just so like out of the way that it's like it's not realistic to check it, right? Like, yes, if nobody goes over here and doesn't check it, like it's always going to be up. But when you're doing and gathering these, like you need to stick to like the main drag, the main farm. Like going over here is so unrealistic. Just like checking this one up here is like so unrealistic because you're going way out of your way, and then the other people that are still farming the zone are going to get ahead of you, right? Like even checking these ones up here are just, they're too far out of the way that you're gonna prevent yourself from getting the main farm. If you're checking 3 nodes that are gonna take away from 70% of the farm, just don't do it, right? So you can see here, we're tailing somebody right now that's probably doing the same thing that we are. They're either doing gas clouds, see we just passed somebody, or they're doing mining, or they're doing both. Like my druid has mining up, right? So I'm able to see mines and I'm able to see gas clouds. That's the strength. That's the most insane strength of going mining and engineering on the same guy. Is the goggles. These goggles allow you to see gas clouds as a tracking. The same thing with, and so it tracks for you, and you have your mines up. Like it's absolutely broken. Like in Nagrand, like you only want to do one thing at a time. If you're out here doing gas clouds and you're doing mining, the people that are doing just solely the one thing, you're going to slow your own farm down. So when I come out here, I only do gas clouds. I mean, unless I can see like a corium vein, I will stop for it. But most of the time, the only thing that I'm out here doing is gas clouds. So anywho, that was a lot of information to soak. But this farm, like we've only gotten 1 gas cloud so far. Why is that? Because there's probably 6 people out here doing this right now. But you really don't get a feel for the zone until you do this. You go through and you do 2 or 3 passes. You don't really know, because especially if you've got epic flying in your riding crop, which that's what you have to have in order to do any farming in this expansion. You have to give it a chance. You have to give the farm a chance, because like I said, there's so many people out here doing this, but you're trying to cut into their farm. Anytime you enter this zone, especially for Primal Airs, you're cutting into these guys' farm, just like this one. So we got this one last time, right? So the only thing that sometimes these control you, but like it's not doing it right now. But they can fly off, and you can't. The gas cloud will go farther than where your extractor will go. So sometimes it trolls on some of these spots in the air. But this is I've done this. So you guys, like I was telling you guys, there's timestamps at the bottom. I will show you guys. I've gathered over 1,000 of these Primal Airs out here. I think I'm at like 1,112 or 1,113. I've completely farmed. So there's a guy down here. They're gathering that mine. I've done this farm so much. Like I haven't done this farm in probably a month. You just get complete after you've flown around this zone about 500 times. Like you're just so over it. But Primal Airs probably made like at least 10,000 gold from just Primal Airs. Like, as soon as we get one more of these, I can show you guys. So we can hit the bags real quick. We're at 7 motes right now. We just need one more. Or is it? Yeah, there's 3 to 5. You get 3 to 5 motes per gas cloud. So I'll show you guys this as soon as we get one more. Exactly how many Primal Airs I've gathered. So like I said, like there is a gas cloud further. Actually, it's about back there, so you can see this part of the this forge camp hatred. There's a anytime there's these floating islands, there's a gas cloud over there. So that one, I do not check that one. I check most of the other ones, but and then going through here, there's a couple I don't clip. But let's say there's 60 locations that these gas clouds can spawn. This route that I do, I probably clip 55 of them. There's probably 5 that I don't check. Just because they're so far out of the way. I don't want to have to go all the way over here and check this. It's so troll to just go so far out of your own way when, like, this guy or whatever, another guy, if I go check that one, the next guy that's been following me the whole time is going to get this one. He's going to get the one that's back there. He's going to get this one. He's going to get the one that's over here. He's going to get this one over here. And by the time I catch up to him, he's looted 5 gas clouds and I have gotten 0 because I go check this one and it's not up, and it's not worth it. So like, I do like checking this one. There's one that can spawn over here, which is this one. But like I said, there's so many people doing this. It's just not worth it to go check this one. It's not worth it to check this one. It's not worth it to check this one. And it's not worth it to check this one. So I'll stop babbling. As soon as I get one more, I can show you guys exactly how many of these Primal Airs I've gathered. So back when 2 weeks into the expansion, Primal Airs were going for like 35 gold a piece. Now they're only going for 17, right? So the economy has changed on this item. But if you can still come out here and get 10 Primal Airs in an hour, you're still making plus a couple of mines. So if you're flying around and you get maybe 1 rich thorium and you get 10 Primal Airs, this is probably one of the best farms in TBC. So like I'm showing you right now, you can see how contested this is. So right now it hasn't even popped up on my screen, so maybe we can go down here and check so you can see this. So if you guys don't know, you have Nova World buffs. When you run that add-on, you can see I click this body of this. You have to click an NPC or a monster or something, and it will show you what layer you're on. So I go up here and I hover over my layer. I'm on layer 2. So if I'm like, man, this layer there's too many people out here. There's probably 10 people doing these gas clouds. I can go and hit my layer. So part of the Nova add-on adds the layering chat or channel you can turn on, and you can just spam that chat. So I have a macro for my layer swapping macro, which it will just write in the layer channel layer, and you'll see what happens. So I click this, and this person's on layer 2, or you can't see it, but this person's on layer 2. It whispers me what layer. Oh, they're right here. So it whispers me what layer they're on. So they're on layer 2, so I decline it. Click it again. This person's on layer 3, so we'll see. So just because it says they're on layer 3 doesn't mean that they're on layer 3. But what you do is you just click on something that's on this layer. So this body is on layer 2, and then you just wait. So I'm going to sit here and wait and see if it actually swaps me. So we're just going to sit here and wait and see if it actually swaps me or not. That's the only problem with, there's so many people playing this third release. These servers are super servers that it takes a long time for these add-ons and garbage to work. So we're going to leave this party. It's not working. You can see this. We're still on layer 2. We're going to try one more time. So this guy's on layer 3. We're going to accept, and we're going to see if this swaps us, which it's not working. You can see this. It did not. If this disappears and it's a different set of monsters, we can stay here for a minute. You guys can go check the timestamps of if this works. Trying to swap. So to give you guys another example of what you can do if you're having issues with your farm. There's 15 people on your layer that are doing gas clouds on layer 2. You probably want to swap. So we're going to leave that. We're going to try one more time. Layer 2, we don't want that. Layer 2, we don't want that. So if you try it too many times, oh, there it swapped. Oh yes, look at this. So we swapped and look at, instantly got a gas cloud. That's huge. The only problem is we don't know what layer we're on. Sometimes, we're on layer 3. Oh, perfect. So you see that? Now we're on layer 3. So we're going to continue our farm. So those first 2 passes, we saw 2. We saw the same, we cleared the same gas, or the gas cloud location twice. So we're going to test, then now we're on layer 3, and we're going to see if this farm changed. There might have been 10 people doing gas clouds on layer 2. Now we're on layer 3, and we're going to check. We're going to do our same farm, and we're going to check and see how many people are doing gas clouds on layer 3. So we're chilling. I'm probably going to sit here and babble some more. But, oh yeah, we can do this. So we did. I'm going to do this real quick. So part of my add-on, Trade Skill Master, you guys need to look it up. It's by far the best auction house add-on in the game by far. Auctioneer's great, Auctionator's great, Trade Skill Master is way better, and you can see why. So I'm going to watch my mini map as I'm talking, but watch this. So you can see I've sold 1,112 of these. This would be 1,113, and watch the prices when I hold shift. Oh, hold on. So you can see this is a really good example. So I'm flying over. I see a mine. So not only are we out here, this could have been a rich adamantite. This could have been a corium vein. You don't know what it is until you check it. So adamantite ore, if you're not prospecting it and you don't have a jewel crafter, it's still going for 40 gold a stack. So like I said, it's up to you if you want to do mines at the same time as the gas clouds. But like I told you, it's going to cut into your how fast you're gathering the gas clouds. So anyways, we'll get back to this just so because I saw that on my mini map. You guys can see this. So when I hold shift, it's going to show you the prices of how much gold I've made from just this one item. You can see this. So the lowest I ever have sold this item for is 17 gold and 8 silver. And the highest was 32 gold, 12 silver. So watch. I hold shift. I've made 27,000 gold off this one item. So you can see that. Just imagine that. This one, I've gathered over 1,000 of these, and I've made 27,000 gold. I haven't done this farm in probably a month. So that's just how crazy just doing this one farm is. And that's why I want to show you guys. I mean, easily I could have made this video 2 months ago when I just did it. Okay, first of all, if you know of a really broken farm in any game, unless you want 1,000 more people doing your farm, you probably don't want to make a video of it until like you just don't do it anymore. You've done it so much, you just don't want to do it anymore. So, just to touch on this, we're on layer 3. We still don't see gas clouds. So it's just, you guys can see it, how contested this farm is. But, and there's two things that are happening right now. So right now you can see on my screen, it's 11:12 a.m. So it's 11 in the morning. So, and what's happened is, a lot of the U.S. players are not playing right now. This is during the work week. It's Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So the reason I bring that up is because right now there's only 4, like I said, there's only 4 layers up. So that means all the people that are actively farming are condensed to only 4 versions of Nagrand. Later in the day, so if I make this video 8 hours from now, there's probably 10 or 11 layers. Layers mean the same zone, but different versions of it, which means there's more farm. If you've got 50 people farming 4 layers, and then you have 50 people farming 11 layers, the people that are farming are spread out over more on different versions of the same zone. So the more layers means less competition. So, anywho, extremely contested farm. I truly believe this is the best for me. Engineering, mining. This by far has made me most of my gold. So I'm gonna go up here and we'll land, and I'll show you just how much. I'm going to touch on this. It's not a flex, okay? We're not flexing here. I'm just showing you guys proof of how much gold that pretty much this farm and mining has made during this expansion. We have, you guys see this dashboard. Don't look at these numbers. These numbers are way off. I have not made 118,000 gold, but this one is. So expansion comes out, I hit level 70, and then I start my farm. This number right here, so I go from 500 gold up to what's supposed to be 5,000 gold. I don't know why it doesn't say that. Was when I bought my riding mount, or my epic flying on my druid. Druids have the most, are the least expensive class in TBC for flying, epic flying. You don't have to pay the 800 gold for 150 flying. You only have to pay the 5,000 for 300 flying. So you save 800 gold by just being a druid. So then you can see, we come back out here and another few weeks go by and we get we're up to 7,000 gold. We get our epic flying on our hunter, which costs 6,200 gold. So we're up to 7,000 gold. We go back down to under 1,000. And then now we've just been slowly building back up. And at one point, a few days ago, I was at 11,000 gold. But then you can see our expenses. I spent 4,000 gold on jewel crafting patterns. So you can see this kind of went crazy. I've got almost every cut besides the metas on my hunter. And I will never make this gold back. Having all the cuts was just it just kind of doing like a completionist thing. Uh, I hit revered on my hunter, so I still actually need to go into Karazhan and grab the some of the patterns off of the there's a vendor in Kara that sells some of the jewel crafting cuts. But anywho, I just thought I would share. So, you know, this was Badlands farming. Most of this in here was Primal Air farming. So the last thing I'll show you here is I can go to my ledger. So this is Trade Skill Master. Your ledger, it will continue tracking uh, everything for 60 days. So we can go to revenue. So I can go in here, revenue, sales, and then we can go the last 60 days, right? And we can type in here Primal, Pure I M Primal Air. You can see this. So we've made 27,000 right down here, 27,600 gold. And you can see this. My last sale was 13 days ago. But the bulk, you can see this. Selling 15 at a time, selling 26 at a time, selling 12 at a time, selling 16 at a time, selling 16 at a time. Just absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy farm out here. You need epic flying. You need your riding crop. You need engineering to 350. So your zap throttle, this guy right here, this guy is 305. And your goggles are 350. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know we did not get that many gas clouds per se, but you guys, if you want to make still, even at 17, 18 gold a piece, if you're able to come out here and get 8 to 10 an hour, plus a couple of mines, you're at least, this is the most consistent farm in the game, but mining has the biggest ceiling in the game. When you come out here and average 200, and then mining, you could easily average 500. You'll get that random corium vein where I hit one. I hit corium for 4, and I got 2 blue gems off the same corium ore. I got a living ruby and I got a dawnstone off of one mine, one corium. So I hope you enjoyed these. I'll be making a few more of these, just sharing my thoughts and my favorite farms for 2026 TBC. So if you enjoyed these, maybe leave me a follow, maybe leave me a comment, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.